We're live.
What's good? What's good? It's your boy DJ Avo, and this is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 67. Let's go!
Like Jock. How's that dog like Vic? Hey, what's good, Brodies and Bays? This is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, and we paid episode 57. This is where you come for your fantasy football needs and to chop it up about the latest NFL news. I am Dynasty Bro Dot here with my co-bro.
Dynasty Bro Vic, what's up? Hey, I thought you was gonna do the thing.
Yeah, I'm rocking with the A's, but I ain't rocking with the A's.
You rocking with the Colts. I'm rocking with the A's.
But the A's got to go first, though. You was trying to make me go first,
Yeah, I'm rocking with the A's.
Yeah, and you're rocking with the Colts.
Right.
We did that all bad.
Fuck it. We'll
do like Jack.
We'll do better next week.
That dog like
and
Vic.
the A's gonna bounce back. We down 0-1 right now to the White Sox.
Hey, Bo, Yankees.
Hey, man, NY till I die. You know what it is.
I just wanted to say that. I knew that's what my guy repping with. Yeah. Hey, so look, we got a fire episode. I got my old Dynasty Bros gear on because we got some new merch on the way. I'm throwing that out there right away, top of the episode. Look, this week we got some buy, hold, flip. Little flip. That was the freestyle king back in the day. My bad. And look, but on top of that, we got some what's the word. We got some injuries because it's been injury on top of injury on top of injury. We got some Hood TMZ from Dynasty Bro Vic. We got some big team player of the week. We got DJ Avo here in the building. How you doing, my brother?
Bruh, I am here.
Thank you for coming,
we
bro.
Out here, man.
I thought you was going to have another fuck your job week.
Bruh, it's fuck my job every week. We need to get this shit popping some more. If y'all want to sponsor us, y'all hit up Vic. We need this bread. Let's go.
Hit up everybody.
Hey, hit Vic up if you want to sponsor us.
Hey, bro, he the one that's going to be responding.
Hey, I will say this.
Him and the manager.
I haven't got any random purchase emails from the Dynasty Bros Gmail account anymore. So shout out to my guy Vic. Slow it down.
Gotta try some shit out, man.
Wait until Christmas.
I gotta see what work and what don't work.
All right, so look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get into the what's the word, man. So it always starts with the Hood TMZ from my guy, Dynasty Bro Vic. How are you doing? You ready?
I'm good. Did you tell him what we talking about today, though?
Yeah, I already did the Buy-Hold-Flip. That's how I got the little flip.
That's right. You're right. I be missing shit. Shout out to Avo. Hey, I told everybody we was gonna start at 8, but my brother had to eat.
Hey, man.
But you know what? It's 8 o'clock in Chicago, so we good, bro.
I made some chicken tacos tonight, if that means anything.
Fire.
I asked Vic if he wanted one. He wasn't fucking with it.
Nah, I'm good. I'm getting some jambalaya and some carrot cake.
Ooh, y'all got some carrot cake?
Yeah. Well, wife went out with one of her friends.
Hey.
She asked me if I wanted something. So I got me an entree and a dessert.
That's some boozy shit.
That's
I can't tell you the last time I went out and ordered dessert.
Hey, man.
He rocking with the Colts.
Yeah. I'm rocking with the A's. All right, let's get to what's the word, man. So shout out to Bleacher Report Gridiron. This is some fucked up shit, but well, actually, this is via TMZ Sports, but Bleacher Report Gridiron posted it. But Joe Montana, man, he stopped the kidnapping. So one of his grandchildren was almost kidnapped by an intruder. But luckily, Joe Montana was able to wrestle away, his grandchild from the intruder, man. But they broke into his home and tried to snatch up the grandchild, man. That's real fucked up out here. But
cool, bro.
Kidnapping is a real thing, but yeah, it's unfortunate.
Bro, the pandemic is already hard enough, and then we still got these ignorant fools out here doing shit like that, bro. We can't win.
Not just that, bro. I saw a kid outside walking down the street. He was like 4. I had to go knock on the parents' door to say, hey, man, y'all got a little man out here? Yeah. Watch y'all kids, man. Let's go.
Damn. But, yeah, so that's that. And happy birthday to Calvin Johnson. He turns 35 today. So 6-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro, Megatron.
Where do you rank him amongst receivers, bro? I know he retired early, bro. So where do you rank him amongst receivers off just pure talent, bro?
Pure talent? I give him top 12.
Damn.
I think I did a top 5. I don't think he made my top 5 though. I know we did a top 5 receivers with Black and White Sports, and he made your top 5, right?
He was so dominant, bro.
Yeah.
Like shit. Put 3 defenders on him, we still can't do nothing with him.
Bro, that's facts. Before he came in the league, I remember people already had him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
like off top.
I think he can come out today and still give you a fantasy relevant game.
I'm picking him
hell
up.
yeah. I believe it.
Yeah.
But happy birthday to Megatron, a.k.a. Calvin Johnson. Well, while we're on that topic, man, shout out to Bleacher Report Gridiron again. So Robert Woods said Jalen Ramsey shows the receivers techniques to use against the opposing corners that they're going up against this week. So I think that's dope, man. Like, of course, Ramsey's the highest paid corner, right?
Yep, now he is. He got paid.
So for him to, basically give the wide receivers some tips, like, hey, I've been watching film. Not only I've been watching the receivers, but I've also watched film on the DBs y'all gonna go up against, and here's some techniques y'all should use. Like, that's dope.
He should have used that technique to stop that loss from Buffalo. And didn't he call Josh Allen trash and a horrible draft pick?
But he actually revisited that and said this year he likes Josh Allen. Like, they did a side-by-side showing, like, what he said, like, 2 years ago or a year ago versus what he said now. So he got respect for Josh Allen this year.
We 2 games in, he had to backtrack. That was 2 years ago,
man.
too.
That's lame, bro.
Yeah. All right, man, let's keep it pushing, though. Shout out to NFL UK on Twitter. This is where I saw this news. But this past weekend, history was made, man. So this game, or at least between the Washington football team and the Browns, that game featured a female coach on both sidelines and a female official. So shout out to Sarah Thomas. She was the official. Jennifer King is a coach with the Washington football team. And Callie Brownson, coach with the Browns. So
that's fire. Shout out to women, man. Y'all make the world go around.
Yep, absolutely. So shout out to y'all. Keep doing your thing. Shout out to all the women that's involved in sports in general. So yeah, that's what's up. And then 2 more things and we're out of here. Diana Rossini. So she's with ESPN. This is where I saw this first reported, at least for me. This is where I first saw it. But Tennessee, there might not be a game with the Titans and the Steelers.
I get it.
So basically 3 players came down with COVID and I believe 2 on the staff. So that makes 5. So they basically shut down the entire Titans organization. While they, sort through that. So they're basically saying no one's allowed in the building.
You do think they should reschedule it, man? Just one, because now that they can't link up and do anything as a team for the rest of the week, that sucks. And 2, the most important thing is just the safety of others, man. Just doing a protocol of checking day to day again, because I know they ain't had no positive cases since those guys had it, but if it sneak in on somebody, I don't know how it carries, man. I hope. You think they should cancel the game?
Well, it's Sunday, and I'm hearing that they might be moving it to Monday.
I just don't get what's the difference of one day. You might as well. That 24 hours ain't gonna do shit.
Another day of testing.
That's true. I mean, if it's 24 hours, you're just pushing it back. I think they should just test the guys that are there as far as if they, make the protocol, just roll with the guys, even if you're rolling with B team, C team, D team. I mean, at the end of the day, if we don't know what caused it, this mini outbreak, we don't know if those players and personnel is being reckless. We don't know. But at the end of the day, if you got another organization that was being, responsible, they shouldn't have to,
True that.
endure the schedule pushback, because then it's a trickle effect, man. Playing on a Monday, that makes it a short week for them going to the next week. So it's a big deal. Push it back one day. So I think they should just test everybody like they've been doing, and if you don't make the protocol, you just out that week. So, all right, but yeah, it's been an interesting year with the COVID, so we'll see how that plays out. And then one last thing with the news, Philadelphia Eagles, man, they signed tight end Akeem Butler. So he's active now, coming from the not Carolina.
Arizona.
Oh, yeah. No, he came from Carolina's practice squad. He left Arizona, then went to Carolina, but got picked up by the Eagles. So,
and they designated him as tight end now?
Yep. So Akeem Butler's a tight end.
Bruh, he's worth taking if they're going to use him at tight end, because he was a big athletic receiver. And I was excited about him last year when he came in.
Yeah, I had to look up his his stats, like his stature. So he's 6'4", 215.
Yeah, bro, he's a dog. He's big as shit.
So yeah. Actually 6'5", 227. Where did I see that at? But yeah, he's 6'5", 227. So he could definitely play that move tight end. So I mean, they already be splitting out Zach Ertz. So yeah. Hakeem can do it. We'll see.
Shout out to Hakeem.
We'll see, man. Something to watch, especially in Dynasty. So I know he's out there in a lot of leagues. So potential ad if you need some help. All right, bro. That's all the what's the word, man. You got some injuries?
Man, can I talk about a guy who took off from a guy that was injured?
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to everybody who picked up Mike Davis. I know I did. He helped me win. He helped me win a week this week. Just throwing that out there. Hey, get better, Christian McCaffrey. But let's talk about Chris Carson, man. It sucks. It sucks when you have a guy on defense just be careless and reckless. Basically, I don't like that shit, man. And basically, the takedown of Chris Carson, the way he was tackled and not let up on, he ended up hurting his
sprained his knee, basically.
Sprained the back of his knee. So I don't know, man. That sucks. I think they're talking about reevaluating him. They're trying to predict a couple weeks, but I don't know, man. A couple weeks could turn into a month. So we'll see with that. You got an injury?
Yeah, but just touch on that a little bit more. Marcus Spears had tweeted out, there's a code across the league that guys just know, like, hey, we know everyone's out here trying to, feed their families and create some generational wealth. So no dirty plays, no dirty shots. So Marcus Spears, former player, basically just announced that dude broke the code at the end of the day. So yeah, man, that's fucked up. That's foul. Gator roll, it's a dangerous tackle. Basically, you're like twisting and grabbing aggressively. I mean, you could literally break someone's leg or whatever. So, but let's go to the Colts, man. So Michael Pittman, I saw this with Ian Rappaport. Shout out to the rap sheet. But Michael Pittman had a compartment leg syndrome in his calf. He basically had to have surgery 2 nights ago. It went well, but he's expected to be out until at least week 8. So I know the Colts are on bye week 7, so that buys him a little bit more time. But Pittman, man, he was leading the wide receivers in snap count. So I don't even know what kind of injury that is. But
I don't know what to call it.
But it sounded like something that they needed to catch right away. Glad they caught it right away, because it sounds like something that could have definitely snowballed into some bigger shit. So, yeah, man. Shout out to Michael Pittman. We wish you a speedy recovery. Chris Carson, wish you a speedy recovery. Any other injuries you want to shout out?
Yeah, man. Tariq Cohen, he's done for the year. I want to say it's a torn ACL. Don't quote me. Pretty sure it's a torn ACL, though, man. Yeah. Jordan Reed went out there. I thought he called a touch. Avo, was you the one who called me?
Yeah, we was on the phone.
I thought we was already on the phone. He was like, Jordan Reed just caught a... No, he said, Jordan Reed went down. I said, nah, he didn't. He said, but he caught a touchdown, though. Then he said, wait, never mind. He didn't catch the touchdown.
He didn't drag that foot.
Yeah.
He didn't drag it.
So, I don't know why I told a couple people to play him and knowing his injury history, but Jordan Reed is hurt again. I don't know. He's probably be out. By the time Kittle come back, it doesn't matter what Jordan Reed does. Tariq did indeed break his ACL. I checked on that.
That wasn't really Jordan Reed's fault, though. For one, MetLife has been taking people out, but 2, his foot just kind of got caught like in the ground. So
you said MetLife, the baseball field?
Where the Giants play in the Jets. Don't they share MetLife Stadium?
That's the stadium.
Yeah.
My issue is always his ankle, though.
Yeah, but literally, his ankle just got kind of caught in the ground. So it was just an unfortunate play. He was trying to make an athletic play.
Well, speaking of ankles, Dallas Goedert, they said he might be out a couple weeks because his ankle too.
Yeah, he's on IR right now.
So he'll be at least 3 weeks.
I got an injury question.
I got an injury answer.
So when you're looking at your sleeper app, you see IR and you see out. Clearly, IR means you could put them on IR, but what does out necessarily mean? I mean, clearly they're not in, but
out just lets you know that they're not going to play this week. IR means they about to be out for they're designated for up to at least 3 weeks. So you just got to pay attention to when that IR got designated to him, so you can know, hey, he about to miss 3 weeks straight. Don't even pay attention to him.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's a league setting too. Some leagues allow you to put out players on the IR, some don't. Most don't. So just check your league settings on that. But if they're out, usually you can't put them on IR.
Okay. Can we talk guys that like Jeff Driscoll? He didn't get played, and they're about to play. Man, Denver's about to play. I don't know how.
Ripien or Ripien?
Yeah,
I don't know. Typing? I don't know.
Anyway, him and there's no Mitchell Trubisky. It's Nick Foles' job starting now. He got benched this week.
Yeah, something I've been wanting to call out too with the IR. In the past, when you went on IR, you had to miss like half the season damn near. But now they scaled it back down to 3 weeks. So that's a big change too with the IR.
They had to do that though because they knew a lot of COVID shit would be going, and being able to designate people to IR and then just being flexible with the IR in general in this weird year, man. I'm glad they're being real flexible with teams.
All right. You got any flags on the play?
No, I don't.
My flag just go to the dude that bless you.
Tackle Chris Carson.
Yeah, man, the Gator roll, and there's another tackle where somebody Gator rolled Dak Prescott. So it could have been retaliation thing. So I don't know, man, but that's trash.
I don't technically have a flag, but I have some that's been sitting on me since watching the Atlanta game.
What?
Brian Hill looks better than Todd Gurley, bro.
He does.
Every time he touches the ball, he looks like the explosive running back out the backfield.
And he's explosive like how Joshua Kelly looks explosive. You know what I mean? Like some guys are just playing at like another speed. It seems like another gear.
Yeah.
Like you can just see like, okay, we're playing at level 2. This guy's playing at like level 4. Like we need to, hit the turbo or something.
So flag on the play for, just play the guy, man. Don't get caught up on names. That goes for even real NFL coaches. And are we gonna flag the Rams DB for basically costing them the game? Not saying that cost them the game, but
I didn't see that play.
Okay, they were putting up a real good stop, man. But basically, Gabriel Davis he forced the young man into a defensive pass interference because basically felt like he needed to hold him for 7 to 8 yards. Damn, they didn't even let go of him.
Damn.
So yeah, it looked like they was about to make a stop to the whole run, but nah, little boneheaded plays at the end. So that's that, bro. My bad.
No, you good. All right, bro. Before we get into this B Team Player of the Week, where can they follow you at?
Hey, follow me at Dynasty Bro on Instagram and Twitter, but follow the main Instagram page, Dynasty Bros FF. Peep out the new logo, baby. Baby.
All right. And y'all can follow me at Chief Sosa FF, Instagram, Twitter. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's where y'all can see these jokes come to life when we be talking shit. And be sure to subscribe to the podcast, join the Facebook community, Dynasty Bros FF. Drop your start sit questions, trade questions, just any type of fantasy commentary. Just drop it there. So yeah. And we're gonna be launching a store pretty soon. So we got some merch coming. Did you already announce that?
Yeah, merch. I said it earlier because I said we got that merch coming soon. Right. I'm throwing this hoodie away after the damn podcast, baby. It will be no more.
All right.
I think you should give it away. But you can follow me at DJ Avo Love. That's LXVE on the gram and on that Twitter, on that other thing I use from time to time. You can follow me at Dynasty Bro Avo. Let's go.
All right, man. Let's get into this B Team Player of the Week. I thought you was going with the everyday.
If you want it again, trust me, I can get it.
I kind of like how you did that last week.
I was figuring this week they could get their roll on.
Okay, no. We could bounce back and forth. My bad.
I wanted them to get their roll on because the player I'm nominating has been rolling since last week. So
okay.
I just wanted to keep rolling.
All right. Well, I didn't pull up the clip on him, but
My bad.
But Dom, let you go first then with the B Team Player of the Week. Who you got, man?
I'll be liking that rookie hype. So we're gonna go Mr. Devin Duvernay. A guy that it was like nobody's really worried about the pass options because they have Hollywood, they have Mark Andrews. So what do? They let my guy run the kickoff returns and the punt returns, and he's been dynamic since he was at Texas. Look at my guy Devin right now. Take off.
Hit the track curve.
Yeah,
hit
bro.
the turn.
Yeah, bro. Look at that top speed.
I think the
bro.
music go with this.
Yeah, look at the top speed.
That's true.
That's top speed right there. I like that.
Shout out to Devin, man. Congrats on your first touchdown.
Devin Butler.
Devin
Pay
Duvernay.
attention to these guys. Pay attention, guys.
All right. I like that. Okay, man. Let's go back. So, you know what? Cedric Wilson, man, he was balling, man. So, wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. He had 5 catches on 7 targets, 2 touchdowns, man. So, yeah, man, we got to shout that out, man. So, let's get into both his touchdowns. And I'm sure you guys saw that high-scoring game with the Seahawks.
True.
Never heard of Cedric Wilson before this game. Not going to lie to you. But he stepped in and made fucking plays. So that's what we like to see.
That's
Look
what
at
the
him.
B team is for.
Catching in traffic.
As you see, no Amari Cooper.
Catching on Griffin. Starter. Get your roll on.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, we got to pull him up, man. Bring him back. He had 2. 2 of them things. Big plays, too, man. They still came up short, though. Look at him go. Look at him go. Shout out to Cedric. Way to fight, man. Way to fight. Man, he kind of reminded me of, like, Miles Austin. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I was getting that Miles Austin vibe, but...
Because it was Dallas?
Yeah. And a light-skinned dude, probably. But that's what you should do on a linebacker.
What about Tavon?
Yeah.
Tavon Austin.
All right, man. I'm about to stop the share.
Man.
Bless you.
All right, Avo said he got to be team player of the week.
It's just one, man. You should have known who was going to be is Gabriel Davis, man. He went 4 for 4. He didn't get in the end zone, but he went 4 for 4. I'm just saying.
And he got the game-winning play called on the other team.
He's starting to look like Josh Allen might like him. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Shout out to Gabriel. I know he made B-Team Player of the Week last week, too, so that's fire. Keep doing your thing.
While we were doing our B-Team Player of the Week, I just went and posted the main logo on the Instagram page, and I said, new logo, who this?
Swag.
I felt like that was a good caption.
Yeah. That's fire.
My bad, y'all. All right, so look, we got into the injuries. We got the B-Team Player of the Week. We got the What's the Word, the Hood TMZ. Now, what you been waiting for? Buy-Hold-Flip. So basically what we did is I just found some guys. He found some guys. We're just going to simply talk about them. And everybody has their reason for buys, holds, and flips. And they're not always going to align and make sense because it's a personal reason. So that's what we going to do. I got me some guys. Vic got him some guys. And we'll just be able to talk this shit out.
All right. Can we start with some flips? You good with that, bro?
I'm with it, bro. However you want to do it.
That's a hell of an audible, but all right. So this is actually something I've done already. My first flip, Gardner Minshew. So of course he started off hot, back-to-back 3 touchdown passing games, and then last Thursday didn't do so hot. So yeah, he's a guy. If you weren't able to flip within that first week or two, you should definitely be targeting him to flip after he has another good game. So he has Cincinnati coming up. Hopefully he balls out against Cincinnati because after that he plays the Texans. His history shows he hasn't done too well against the Texans. So, but either way, if you miss, if you feel like you missed your window, there's another opportunity. So hopefully he balls out. But I'm looking to flip Gardner Minshew. I've already done it, like I said, but I forgot to put him on the trading block in the home league, bro, the pod league. So I'm mad about that. So yeah. I'm waiting for him to ball out again so I can put him back on there. And the reason why is because I'm in on Gardner this season. Yes, I am in on him this season. Bless you, brother. But, man, I don't see them winning too many games, man. And there's no way they pass on Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields or even a Trey Lance.
No.
So just based on that, man, I'm just trying to stay ahead of the curve. They pretty much cleaned house on their entire roster and hell of a job by the marketing team to ride this Gardner Minshew hype and wave and the mustache and the Budweiser Coors Light promos. So that's just going to be dead next year. So I'm just trying to stay ahead of the curve. So flip you some Gardner, man. What's your thoughts on that, man? Should we be flipping Gardner or what?
Yeah, man, here's the thing, bro. He doesn't really have any draft capital. And everything around him says they're not going to be a good team. No matter what kind of miracle he pulls out game to game against a lot of these other teams, they're going to have a horrible overall. There is no way they don't put the draft capital into. There's 3, maybe 4 quarterbacks that if they fall available to them early, even if it is in the first round, even if it's early second, these guys are going to get that capital and they're going to be able to compete for that starting job, man. So I'll be afraid for Gardner in Dynasty, but there's a lot of Superflex leagues, 2 QB leagues. People need quarterbacks, and if you can get Minshew off for anything, man, I would.
All
right, so I'm going to talk about a guy that was drafted last year. Still young, man, and it isn't like I hate him. Let's talk Devin Singletary. Like I said, he's 23. He's on a team that actually coming into the season I consider to be a running team. The issue is there's 3 guys that have to split those carries on top of Josh Allen finally actually throwing the ball more, which nobody expected him. He took a whole leap on attempts and, he looks more efficient. They brought in an actual number 1 receiver in Diggs. The fact that they brought in Zach Moss and they're basically splitting everything. They're splitting it. We thought it was going to be, Zach Moss is getting in on the red zone stuff and, maybe get some of that Frank Gore carries if they need the tough yardage, but I'm a true believer, and I still like Zach Moss, and I like his potential as a player, and I do like Singletary, but I think they brought them in to just be able to just split everything down the middle on top of Josh Allen getting his run still. So here's my thing. Zach Moss just went out. It's not going to be a season-ending thing. you need to see a couple good games from Singletary. He just had a decent one this week. He should have a decent one next week. If he shows potential to what people are excited about going into the season, I think this is the perfect time to flip because I don't think he'll ever have that backfield to himself anyway, which I never thought he was, but I don't even think he's going to be able to secure that pass down catching back row especially with all those receiving weapons there anyway. So if you could flip you some Devin Singletary, man, while he's still young, I think you can get a pretty penny. I still like a lot of running backs coming out next year. Receivers, a lot of skill positions coming out next year, man. So you can move on and probably get you some capital or a more for sure thing, man. Get you a guy with some value.
I like that call, especially while Zach Moss is out. So, I was expecting Devin to clear the 20-point mark last week. The touches are there, the volume's there, and the rushing and passing game, especially with Zach Moss out. But it's just not, he's not finding the end zone right now. So. If Singletary has a nice showing, double digit, 20-point plus game, definitely flip him. I would. So I like that call. All right, let's go back. I got another flip, man. Calvin Ridley, man, the number one wide receiver and, PPR. So to me, this is the ceiling. I don't see Calvin being the number one wide receiver, as far as like finishing as number one. Can he finish top 5? Yeah, he can. Can he finish top 10? Absolutely. I just don't see him finishing as number one. So again, my thing is once I see a player hit their ceiling, and if I don't think they're going to consistently hit that, why not sell high, man? Why not flip high? So, and that's why I wanted to leave with the flips because it actually rose into my buys. But I actually was able to package a Calvin and Minshew deal. So I'll break that down once I get into the buys. But what's your thoughts, man, on Calvin, man? Is that a guy you would be flipping right now? Are you holding him, given he's balling? What's your thoughts on Calvin?
I'm just holding because Matt Ryan can support 2 top 10 receivers. So it's hard to sell a guy at 25, 26 that is playing on the most pass-heavy offense with a quarterback who's locked in on the franchise, and he's a throwing quarterback. I think he's going to be all right. I get why you can flip him and why you would want to, because right now you could probably get more than what he's actually worth. But it just sucks, man. Seeing everything you have going on, just getting rid of him will probably suck. But, if you're getting Michael Thomas value for Calvin Ridley, man, I'm not mad if you can go do that shit.
Yeah, and also think about where your team is too. Like, I was on a team where I didn't really have the pieces. So, like, Calvin was, like, helping me win games when really if I didn't have Calvin, I would have lost. So I need some QBs. So hey, I had to move him just based on that. But also, I feel like Calvin's playing with the regressing QB too. As far as with Matt Ryan. Yeah, this is an even year. Yeah, he's going to ball out, but he's up and down, man. And we've already seen that even right now. Of course, Julio didn't play last week. Of course, he lost Russell Gage, in the first half against the Bears. But Matt Ryan can be up and down too, man. So it's like, he's getting older. I don't know what that QB situation is going to look like long term. I wouldn't be mad if they took a QB and start mentoring him behind Matt Ryan, but it's just some question marks there for me. So I'm thinking really, really down the road, but it is what it is. But yeah, he's a flip for me, but I also have him in redraft, so I love him this year. But I'm not mad at a hold either, especially if you're, competing for a title.
I rock with
and
that.
My team wasn't going to win no title this year too, so it made sense for my team.
I rock with that. All right, I got one more flip. This might be hard to do because this guy just went down. They say it's a couple weeks, 1 to 2 week recovery, but Mr. Chris Carson, man, 26 years old, stays banged up. They want to run the ball. They want to find a bell cow. That's fine. I don't think that his body is built to be a bell cow. I don't care what they do. And he's involved. He's heavily involved, but I think they use him very honestly safe for him to keep on getting hurt. He gets himself hurt because his running style. They pick and choose to get him in space and how they want to throw him the ball, and he keeps getting banged up. I know this week wasn't on him, but I watched him last year take on these defenders head on and just trying to barrel through people. So he constantly stays banged up. He's in an offense that's going to score. They're great. They're going to try to run through him and Russ. But I don't think he's elite. I think he's in a system and a situation that's making him fantasy relevant. So he will have bright spots again, man. And in Dynasty, I would take the guys that are actually elite. So if there's a guy and Chris Carson and he's coming back and he's giving you a couple weeks, and somebody wants to buy them thinking they have a running back one for the long run, I would flip him, man, because like I said, I don't think he has elite level talent to me, but he will put up elite level points because of that system. That's the kind of guy I want to flip because I don't see no long-term investment, to be honest, in Dynasty in him. So,
yeah, and even if you can't flip him now, I mean, you can even wait towards, fantasy playoffs when someone looks like they're a piece away or if their team is, injury going into the playoffs and they just need to secure that running back. So even if you can't get the Carson trade-off now, you can even target it later on in the season. So, All right, now let's get into the buys. Reason why I wanted to start with the flips because it actually segues into my buy. So, man, I know I flipped Calvin Ridley. I know some of you guys like, man, why would you do that? But actually somebody came and, asked me about Ridley. And in my mind, I'm like, look, if they want Ridley, I'm about to try to package up this Gardner Minshew. So that's what I did. So that's why, at least based on my team dynamic, my team situation, and this is the team where I got Lamar, and I knew Gardner's not going to be or at least I figure he's not going to be the future. I can't say I know because we got to see what happens. But my gut tells me he's not going to be the future in Jacksonville. But I was able to package up Calvin Ridley, Gardner Minshew, a 21 second that wasn't mine, and a 22nd third. So pretty much, mind you, this is a team where I already got 3 first-round picks going into next year. So I got to clear some space up anyways. But I was able to move Calvin, Gardner, 21 second, and a 22nd third for Josh Kelly, a 21 first, and a 21 second. No, wait. A 22 first and a 21 first. So I got 2 first picks basically, and Joshua Kelly. So yeah, I'm okay with that given the situation of my team, and I need to clear up some draft capital and space for these incoming picks because I have 3 first-round picks next year. So yeah, so my first buy is Joshua Kelly. Basically, he's the RB33 right now for the LA Chargers, but man, he had a nice week too. When they had to run the ball basically against that Kansas City offense, I wasn't expecting him to only have 8 carries or 9 carries this past week, but it looks like, it's game script dependent upon how they want to, play these high-scoring teams. So I wasn't expecting his carries to come down, but I definitely like what I saw. I mean, he's an explosive runner. He can catch the ball. He had a big play against the Chiefs, up the sideline. So he's averaging 3.9 yards a carry. That's the same as Derrick Henry. So he's moving the ball, and he's averaging more yards per carry than Zeke and Jonathan Taylor and CMC right now. Granted, CMC's out, but hey, I like what I'm seeing in Joshua Kelly, man. This is a guy that's flying under the radar, but people are starting to take notice of his name. And I think you can get him for a 21 second. Would you spend that, or what would you spend?
Yeah, I'll throw out a second to him.
Is he a guy you would
like a mid-second? I'll throw that out for him.
Is he a guy you would go get, or are you interested in it at all?
I would go float it around. I haven't actually been targeting him in Dynasty, but I've been nervous on who the hell I'm targeting right now with all this COVID going on and how iffy the season's been. So this is probably the least amount of trading I've actually been doing, bro.
Yeah.
But I realized I sent you my list and I got a couple players flipped on accident.
No, that's cool.
I know we talked, but let me talk my first buy since I don't know how we went from flips to buys. So I don't know.
That's on me.
But look, my first buy is, it's not going to sound sexy. It's David Montgomery, man. Look, it's a guy who he's been getting double-digit touches, carries every week, 14, 15, 16. He's actually getting targeted now, 2, 3, 4 catches. Even before Tariq just went down this week, David was getting targeted in the backfield, and he was playing on an offense that could not move the ball, could not score, couldn't put him in any kind of situations to succeed at all. And what sucks is they have a good defense, so it's like the perfect setup for a running back to flourish. He's basically been bad for a year and a quarter so far, so nobody wants him. To me, that's the perfect time to buy low on a guy that was a day 2 investment last year in their draft. Like I said, they have a great defense, setting up for a good running back. Nick Foles is the new quarterback, and you've seen what that offense did. Even though it was comeback season, so the offense is usually more high powered when you're coming back. You're a little bit more efficient with how you want to run your plays. If they can start getting in regular scoring position and have normal drives, how much they feed David Montgomery the ball, he's gonna flourish off pure volume no matter what. And I don't think he's not talented. I think he's been playing with the worst quarterback in the league, setting up the offense to be one of the worst offenses in the league. So don't be surprised coming into next week, Nick Foles the starter, and Dave Montgomery just blows up. And he has a fire-ass year for the rest of the year because I think he's set up to play like that. He's only 23 years old. He has the draft capital. You probably don't even have to flirt with giving no high-end first or anything, man, with a guy that I think is going to be around on the organization for a while, to be honest.
Yeah, David Montgomery's a guy I was rostering in the offseason while knowing there was a QB controversy with Mitch and Nick Foles, and I mean, we all kind of saw, we seen this coming. I didn't know it was gonna come this early, given they are, 2-0, but hey, at least at the time. But now they're 3-0, of course. But if they didn't bring in Nick Foles, they would have lost their first game. That was a hell of a play call, or at least a coaching call at halftime to bring in Nick Foles, and for him to rally them guys back after being down. Speaks volume, man. So I'm excited to see what this offense looks like for the Bears going forward. Again, I've already been rostering Montgomery in the offseason, but yeah, if you can go get him, I would. So I like it. And Tariq Cohen went down, so now it's what?
The Montgomery show.
Montgomery and the occasional Cordero Patterson reverse. So,
bro, he always got 2 gold chains on. He looks so weird running the ball, bro. That's a big old
and he
dude,
looks big. Like,
bro, it's like, I think his torso small and he got long legs and he's 6'4".
With dreads.
Yeah, he's the weirdest running back I've seen in a while.
Yeah. All right, man. I got another buy for you guys. So Cam Newton. So he's balling right now for the Patriots. And man, like you see how the coaches scheme Cam Newton week to week. Like they play to his strengths, whether we need you to run, whether we need you to throw, whether we need you to be balanced. But, Bill Belichick and McDaniels, man, they got a quarterback where they can literally game plan and scheme week to week. Just depends upon the defensive strengths and weaknesses. So, of course, he didn't put up the most points fantasy-wise, but, hey, he won the game against the Vegas Raiders. So, and I know Cam's 31. He's a 9-year vet. There's still injury concerns, but I'm not worried about that. I mean, look, he's showing that he's healthy right now. I'm just going to trust the process. I mean, at the end of the day, anybody can go out and get hurt at any moment. So I still think now's the time to buy low on Cam. I actually went and got him. So this was a trade I actually recently did too. So with the Gardner Minshew, which is why I wanted to lead with the flips. Superflex League, I sent my 21 first and Gardner Minshew for Cam Newton. I mean, look, as far as point-wise, I'm anticipating finishing as a high-scoring team. I'm anticipating my draft pick to be low, so I mean it's going to be in the back end, whether it's number 10, 11, or 12. I need another QB. I got Lamar Jackson, and I had Gardner. And look, I'm starting to get a little worried about Gardner. I don't think he's the future. Hey, I'd rather go secure another QB. I'm banking on the Patriots extending Cam for another 3 to 4 seasons. Hopefully that happens. If it don't, then I miss. But if I miss, it's okay. Sometimes you miss, but I think they're going to extend him, man. What are your thoughts on Cam long term? You think he gets a 2 to 3 year or 4 year extension?
Even if it's not with them, bro, he done walked himself into a contract, bro. So that's all that matters. It would be nice to stick with, Belichick and Josh McDaniels, but he done walked himself into a contract. So that's all that matters. At least you got a quarterback for the future, too.
Yeah, I needed it because Gardner's not it, man, in my opinion. So
No.
I had to move. So, hey, sometimes you take what you can get with the moves, too. And if I was able to move Gardner, I'm cool with that. But, yeah, you should definitely be trying to get some Cam if you need some QB help.
All right, so look, I got one more buy. I'm going to say this quick because I don't want anybody to feel like, they can't go do this because you should really already know this. So I'm saying it, and, like, if you know, you know. I'm not really trying to help nobody out because I plan on doing this move in a lot of places. DJ Chark had 1 week mediocre, 2nd week mediocre, didn't play this week, questionable for week 4. The whole offense is trash.
Yep.
Nobody's thinking about DJ Chark, and on top of that, Keelan Cole has actually been out playing him. He was a thing last year early. If there's anybody scared of DJ Chark, I would go buy him. He is still a number one receiver in my eyes. Top 12 potential. We talked about it all offseason. Still young, still 24 years old. What you gonna do? 6'4", running a 4.3. 200 pounds. Like he has everything like to be a number one receiver in this league. If whether they keep Minshew as a rapport with him or go get one of these transcendent talents next year, bruh, Chark is set up for the future. I think he's gonna be all right. If you can go sneak and get him, go do it right now, but keep it a secret because I'm doing that right now everywhere.
Man, and if you guys watched that Thursday night game with the Jaguars and the Dolphins, that offense was completely lost without Shark. So clearly they need Shark on the field, whether he's making plays or he's opening things up for other guys down the field or underneath. Like, that reminded me of what the Packers look like without Devontae. I'm not saying they're the same offenses, but you can just tell when a guy's an impact player on the offense. And that offense was completely lost without Shark. Minshew had a bad game. Like, everyone's back down on Minshew, so... Yeah, I agree with the go buy low. Well, not even the buy low. I don't even know how people... You might have some people that might want out of that Jacksonville situation in general, but definitely go get Shark.
True that. Now, with the last set of people, let's get to our holds.
All right, man, let's keep it in Jacksonville. My hold is James Robinson. So, of course, he's undrafted. I believe out of Illinois State. But he's balling, man. He's the RB5 right now in PPR. He's great in the open field. Even when you think you got to tackle, he's shifty and he makes you miss. So, man, he's a talent, man. And I know there's a lot of question marks coming in after Leonard Fournette was let loose, but cut loose. But it's between Ozigbo or Raquel Armstead and
Chris Thompson.
That too. But hey, James Robinson, he's the man. So if you got some James, you should be holding him. I mean, man, don't get caught up in the draft capital thing. I mean, talent is talent. Austin Eckler went undrafted, right? And look at what he's doing. So you got to keep you some James Robinson right now. I think he's going to be a league winner this year, man. If you got him as your RB2 and he can put up RB1 numbers any week, every week, that's a steal. So
yeah, because it looks like Minshew does not want to throw the ball downfield. He's just dinking and dumping, bro.
Yeah, and looking at Jacksonville, they don't have to draft a running back when you got James Robinson. I would be iffy on a quarterback situation, you know what I mean? But like if you got a running back or a skill player that's showing they can handle the job, you don't have to waste first-round draft capital on fulfilling that role or second. So, yeah.
There's some good backs coming out next year, though. Some real good backs.
Do you think James Robinson can hold it down, though? Hold down the job?
Honestly, sometimes when I watch the games, if you really watch the game and take away just like the fantasy points and what you see racking up, he doesn't look like the running back that you want to lead a good offense. He looks like a guy that can hold up when he's forced the ball and is all you got. But like a lot of his passes are just because Minshew's not forcing the ball nowhere else. He's not pushing downfield. I don't know, man. That offense really don't be looking good, bro. And without Chark, it's even worse. But I was watching it this week. They just, like you said, they look lost. And it just look like the only thing is like, fuck it, dump it. Here go, James. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the year goes.
He's a hoe for me in Dynasty.
Yeah, he's definitely a hoe for me. I would not get rid of him because one, he holds way more value on your team than what you're going to really get for him in trade. Nobody's going to pop up and give you a first for him. If somebody did, I would. That's why I'm calling him a hoe. I'm not going to get a first for him. I'm not taking no second for him because he can win me this year. And I got him for free or waiver wire money or shit like that. So, no, I'm not selling him. I'm not. But I also I know we're locked in at quarterback, but I just told White Sam don't buy him either. Sam was, I think, for a high-end second. I don't remember. Don't quote me. But I was like, there's a world where, Cincinnati went quarterback receiver to help their offense. It's a world where they fuck around go quarterback running back. It's a lot of skill players coming out, bro. So
that's true. That's a good point. Also, with this hold, you don't want to, go buy him, but that's why you need to sit still. Basically, if you got him, hold him, sit still. If you don't got him, don't make no moves. So just hold your current position, whether you got him or you don't. You should just be sitting, holding.
It's the perfect hold.
Yeah, it's the perfect hold on both sides. Basically, I don't even think people really talk that. Like, there aren't too many players out there where it's a perfect hold on both sides, whether you have them or you don't. So, all right,
I got a guy. And this name ain't been brought up in a long ass time. We're going to talk Mr. Corey Davis. Week 1, he looked like the better receiver out there. But now, all jokes aside, Corey Davis is out there getting some more routes and getting more routes ran and more rapport with Ryan Tannehill. They had a full offseason. AJ's banged up, so I get it. So I think a lot of attention is going towards Corey and going towards Jonnu. Well-deserving while your star receiver is out. But look, you got to remember, 4 years ago, he was the first receiver taking a first-round product coming out of college. They loved him. He was playing with Marcus Mariota, who just never seemed to transition into what he was supposed to be. And I just think Corey Davis kind of got left for dead, and you don't remember that how talented he was coming out of college. He basically has been left for dead in fantasy and just in general. I say that because he doesn't cost anything to go get him, and you can't trade him for anything. So he's just like what he's doing right now, trying to wait it out and trying to see what he's doing because this is the last year of his contract. He could go to a team. He could have a Devontae Parker breakout this year and roll over into deserving a contract somewhere. He's just the perfect hold for me, too. Vic said there's not a lot of perfect holds, but a guy that doesn't cost anything to go get, a guy that you can't get any value from if you trade him, you kind of got to hold him and just let it ride out because technically Corey Davis has been a flex play every week this year. He's giving you over 10 points no matter what. That was with AJ and without AJ. So he actually played better with AJ, to be honest, in week 1. So shout out to Corey Davis. He's the definition to me of a perfect hold because, like I said, you can't get anything valuable for him if you try to go trade him, unless it's a Corey Davis truther that's been like, I'm not getting off the bandwagon.
Yeah.
And if you go sell him, if you go buy him, you're not going to want to. I don't know. It's just hold. It just makes the most sense to hold Corey Davis.
Yeah, and I can't hold Corey Davis because I have 0 shares, so I'm okay with that.
And I ain't mad.
With that,
if you don't got no shares, you probably on the better end of your roster.
But that transitions into what a Corey Davis could be because my guy is another perfect hold, Robbie Anderson. Hey, he changed his scenery. Now he's a wide receiver 1 on his team right now. At least he's playing like it. He's the number 8 wide receiver right now in PPR. So it just goes to show a change of scenery. Whether Corey Davis gets out of that situation in Tennessee, go to another team, he can flourish and become the man that we know he is. So shout out to Robbie Anderson, Carolina Panthers. He left the New York Jets, so he's caught 20 passes this year on 24 targets. So he's very efficient, 278 yards. He only has 1 touchdown on the season, but he's making big plays. So he's averaging 17.9 points a game. Hey, right now he's the wide receiver 1 for the Panthers. Of course, I know they got DJ Moore, but Robbie Anderson's leading that wide receiver room. So this is a hold for me only because why, flip Robbie for a second? I don't think you're going to get a first for him. So what's the point of moving him when you got a potential number 1 wide receiver in this Carolina offense that wants to throw the ball? So, I'm sure when you guys draft him, he's playing in your flex. So you got a wide receiver 1 playing in your flex. That's beautiful. That's what you want. That's how you're supposed to draft. So if you, I don't want to say lucked up, but if you came up on a wide receiver 1 late in your drafts, you got to hold that. So yeah, I don't see no point in moving them. So again, this is a hold scenario for me. And I actually slept on him and didn't start him the first 2 weeks. I'm like, man, what am I doing? Like, okay, he needs to be in your lineups just because Carolina's throwing the ball. So what's your thoughts on Robbie, man? Is he a hold for you?
I don't think I got no more shares because I was able to flip him last year after his couple big games.
Okay.
But yeah, he will be a hold to me too, man. Like my thing is right now you got to ride the wave. He's a top 10 wide receiver right now in fantasy points, and you're not going to get number 1 wide receiver value. You're probably not going to get wide receiver 2 value for Robbie right now. So why would I go trade him off while he's adding value to my team? It doesn't make any sense. So
yeah,
like I said, man, when I make these decisions, I'm 90% in on my decision. There's always a small 10% where something unreasonable happens. Like, fuck it, bro. I'll trade you. I don't care what they're doing right now. I'm not giving you DJ Chark for Robbie Anderson. There's a world where somebody will give you a guy that's not producing for these guys that I don't, that are like having their moments. But besides those little, very few cases, I stand by my side I'm on this Buy-Hold-Flip.
Yeah, and keep in mind, man, understand the dynamic of your team. You're either contending, meaning, hey, you got a shot at the title, or you rebuilding. And I know earlier I mentioned flipping Calvin Ridley. This was a team where I had Hollywood Brown, CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown who's hurt, Darius Slayton. I got all these young wide receivers, and I got Calvin Ridley balling out. It didn't make sense for my team. I got young, Lamar Jackson. I basically moved, some young running backs. I moved Mixon earlier in the year and Derrick Henry. So I basically committed to going young. So that's where I want to be, man. I want to keep my guys young based on the dynamic of that team. And the way I look at it, you don't want to have these middle-aged players like Henry and Mixon aging with your team, but you're waiting for A.J. Brown to come around and Hollywood and CeeDee Lamb. Like, at that point, you got these aging running backs, but then these young wide receivers. So just try to understand the dynamic of your team, man. So I don't like to be caught in the middle, basically wasting players' prime. I mean, we say that all the time in sports. Same thing happened in fantasy.
I like having that issue, though. Me and Vic always differ on that. I like having all that firepower just sitting on my bench. I always find a way to flip it.
Yeah.
But I got one more guy, and I'm not going to preach on this guy. I'm just really going to talk about Kenyon Drake to let you know, don't worry. Don't stress out. Don't go into panic mode. Kenyon Drake isn't having just the worst season in life. I think we just overshot how well he played at the end of the season, and I think we undershot how well DeAndre Hopkins is going to be involved in that offense.
That's true.
He's going to be involved in the red zone. He can score from deep. He's the big receiver. He's going to take some of those catches away from the running backs in the backfield. That is a star receiver in this league. Kenyon Drake is just missing the touchdowns, man. Kyler done ran in his own touchdowns. He's throwing a whole lot more. They're actually scoring. That's a good thing. They weren't scoring at all last year. It was just a struggle in general to when they get down in the red zone, it just wasn't completing the end game.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're finally scoring, the offense looks more fluent and it's working. I think Kenyon Drake will find it back. Hold him. Please don't go sell Kenyon Drake because he had a bad 3 games, because he's never been valued at anything. And now he finally found value and then lost it again. There's no point in trying to go trade him when he done lost the value that he done regained after this offseason. Hold Kenyon Drake. Like I said, I'm not going to preach. He's going to be all right. I just came here to let everybody know don't panic. He's cool.
Yeah, my lesson learned is when these elite wide receivers change their scenery and step into a new system, hey, they're elite. I mean, look at what Hopkins doing. Look at what Diggs is doing. So all that, wide receiver in a new place, unless you're Odell Beckham, because that didn't work out last year. But you got to look at what was happening, too. Cleveland was trying to reestablish their identity of their offense under a new coach, and then that coach got fired, and now they're reestablishing a new offense. So, but I am moving on from Odell, by the way, in Dynasty. But yeah, going back to Kenyon Drake, I agree. He's definitely a hold. We all know season gets long, and think about real football, playoffs. You want to run the football. I mean, even in fantasy playoffs, I know that's week 14, week 15. Teams are honing in on the run game too. Then at that time, they're trying to secure their playoff spot. So, I mean, Kenyon Drake's a hold for me. He's gonna get involved. And right now, Hopkins just eating to his targets in the passing game. But I'm gonna be patient. So, I like the call, man.
As you see me flipping off the screen, it wasn't the screen. I was actually flipping off DJ Avo. His ass over there yawning, but he's controlling the energy with the music. I assume he would play some hype that will wake his ass up since he's over there DJing. But nah, my guy over there getting cozy. My bad, Vic. I had to call that shit out, man.
Nah, it's cool. Hey, I'm sure people want to know, man, what you doing with Mixon, man. This the last guy we're
Where
probably
the
gonna
fuck
touch
that
on.
come from?
I mean,
man, I wasn't ready for that mix. Man, that's a lot. That's real complex, bro. Hold on, give me a second to pray over this. Bro, I don't know what I'm doing with Joe Mixon, bro.
all right, I'll tell you what I'm doing.
All right, what you doing, bro?
I'm moving them in Dynasty. I'm holding them in redraft.
I feel like if you make it through this season and redraft, then you might as well keep them. Once they find out what they're doing with them, they're going to be all right. I feel like that's backwards.
Well, the reason why I don't like them in Dynasty anymore is just because the whole Giovanni Bernard thing, man. Like, you paid Mixon to be the man, but then you got Giovanni eating into his pass catching downs. And, of course, they already got to throw the ball a lot, so they got all these pass catchers who they're throwing the ball to. It just seems like they're not utilizing Mixon properly. I love the talent. He shakes off tackles. You know, he maneuvers. I mean, he's a big physical guy. He's elusive. He can catch. He can run. All that. But I just don't like how he's being used in that Bengals offense.
Yeah, I would probably not like it, but try to. I'm going to do it tonight. I'm going to try to go see if I can throw out some offers for Mixon. Only because I want to like what they have going on. I like Zach Taylor. I like Higgins. AJ's getting old, but fuck it, I like AJ being a veteran. Boyd's still balling. I want to like what they have going on there, and I think they signed Mixon for a reason. They went and got Joe Burrow, and I feel like once they get it, they'll get it. So I don't think I have the patience to wait it out and redraft. I think it might be a wasted year figuring it out for them.
Well, I got Mixon as an RB2 in redraft, but in Dynasty, again, of course the Bengals want to run a spread offense. I just don't like when they bring in Giovanni Bernard for that 2-minute offense, 4-minute offense. Mixon can do all that. Like going back to was it Thursday night game a couple weeks ago, week 2? Like Mixon was leading the team in catches in the first half, and then they went to Bernard in the second half. But I don't know, man.
We just always speak from a fantasy
Yeah.
eye. We talk about that off camera. It sucks from the fantasy eye. It sucks, but they paid Bernard. They know he's not going to be a real every down back. They paid him to be that third down back and run the 2-minute offense, and that's what sucks because, like you said, Joe Mixon can do that shit. Probably never get the chance to, bro. Until they finally click and they realize, damn, we shouldn't take Joe Mixon off the field at all.
No, they shouldn't. But if you are going to go get Mixon in Dynasty, I'm not mad at it. You can be secured in the contract extension, so he's going to be there for the next 3 to 4 years.
True that.
I just don't like how it's being used. If you got a Giovanni Bernard or they bring in somebody else to play that third down back role, let Mixon be the all-purpose workhorse back. That's their issue. You want to run a spread, which is nice. Just let Mixon be the workhorse in that shit. That's all they got to do.
True.
All right, that's all I got, man, on the buy, holds, and flips, man. You got anything else?
Nah, bro, because that Joe Mixon thing hurt my feelings, bro. I didn't feel like we needed to talk about
I feel like we had to talk about it, though, man. We talked about all these other guys. That's like one of the biggest questions right now in Dynasty. So I'm seeing both sides of the fence right now.
That hurt my feelings, man.
It's cool, man.
I wasn't ready.
We had to talk about it. All right, are we doing a scouting report?
Nah, because I wish we would have had a Detroit scouting report, man.
All right, that's cool.
Hey, can we let this be raw for a second?
Yeah, we can. What is this?
This that whole lot of choppers. Masada, baby. Shout out to Detroit.
Shout out to Detroit, man. Hey, if you got any scouting reports, hit us up at questions@dynastybrosff.com. Per DJ Avo, we ain't playing no whack-ish. Is that how it goes?
I am the reason we have no scouting report because I wanted to play this song. But we have to pay attention to rights and everything, so we can't be out here just playing their full songs. But
Allegedly.
But if he wants to hit us up and gives us permission to play this track, I would love to revisit it on the scouting report. But right now, we're going to let it ride, let a instrumental ride.
Not the whole instrumental.
Nah, really, it's done riding because we're about to transition into the closing.
Oh, yeah.
Whole lot of chopping.
But if you do want to watch this video, just make sure
no kids around.
You're in the comforts of your own room.
Or your girl ain't around. Or your dude ain't around. I don't know. However it works.
However you get down.
It's one of those kind of videos.
Whole lot of chopping.
So I heard.
Allegedly.
That's the key word.
Allegedly. I can't do the closing with this beat playing.
I'm gonna switch it up. Just give me 2 months. Just keep talking about some.
I thought you was gonna play us Every Day a Star Is Born during the B-Team player.
I know, bro. That kind of threw me too, bro.
My bad, man. My bad.
It's cool.
I only said it because I knew Vic wanted it.
Nah, it's cool, but get your roll on. It's cool too, though.
Vic looked at you mid-camera and said, bro, you not gonna play
I saw
a
the
Star
same
Is Born?
bitch, bro. I was like, my bad.
You not gonna play a Star Is Born, bro?
My bad. Hey, I do want to shout out a couple pods and shows. Shout out to Where From Here podcast. My brothers, What Up Snell and Alfred Nomad on Instagram and Twitter. They doing their thing. If you into music and
Our brothers who?
What Up Snell?
Brandon and Alfred.
Yeah. Alfred Nomad.
That's how we doing. We gonna start beefing with them.
Alfred and Brandon from A to B.
Yeah, but they out in LA though. They doing their thing. So mainstream culture, what's happening, music scene, all that. They got you. So we actually need to hit them up to feed us scouting reports. They could probably feed us some scouting reports.
Whole lot of choppers on your ass. They should, bro.
Yeah.
That's real talk.
But yeah.
Why don't we let AJ? AJ should host the scouting report every week. That would be fire. We could cut that
send
in.
it to us low key.
Yeah, we should.
what?
Hey, let's get them on here so they can meet them. And also shout out to Black and White Sports, man. So they do their Taco Tuesday every Tuesday. If you're into sports talks in general, I know you guys watch
Taco Tuesday.
I know y'all watch ESPN all day. Y'all get the buttoned up, white collar shit. But if you want the button down, the real, the raw.
Damn, bro, are we
Black and White Sports?
ESPN?
No, I'm just saying, like they talk, they can't say what they want to say.
You know ESPN got that fake ass shit. If you want that, if you want that real raw,
If you
unbutton your button.
You tired of commercials all in the middle of your favorite shows?
Yeah.
You got your button all buttoned up.
Yeah.
You tired of watching the Disney Channel? Come fuck with the Dynasty Bros.
Hey. That's what I was gonna say. If you really want to know what's going down in the NBA playoff bubble, yeah, Black and White Sports.
We giving the facts. Facts. If you tired of that buttoned up button,
yeah. So yeah, shout out to Where From Here and shout out to Black and White Sports, man. Check them out, man. So you can look them up really on our social medias.
Hey, look them up on our social medias.
Yeah.
Hey, if you need to hit us up with scout reports, hit up Vic.
Hey, yo, just hit Vic.
Whatever.
Don't hit the DJ. He an asshole.
Hey, we got new logos and shit on the way, man.
Yeah, we do.
Shit's
Go check
cold.
is it Avies or AVIs? Is it meme or Mimi?
It's definitely not Mimi.
Me.
Definitely not Mimi.
Me.
So it's not Mimi.
It's definitely
Is
not.
it Avi or AVI?
Now that I don't know.
Avatar.
I'm gonna stick with Avi. I like Avi.
Okay. Check the Avies. and
Not when you say it like that.
Then what the fuck am I supposed to say, bro?
Let's go with AVI.
Check the AVIs.
Check the Abby.
Check the Avies. Avies, they both sound bad, bro. Check the profile pictures. the icon where it says edit profile pic.
That picture right there. Check
Yes,
that.
we have a brand new logo and we got some new merch designs. My favorite design is the We the Bros hoodie, and we will be having those soon. We're gonna do a whole photo shoot. We gotta find out how we want to roll it out. It gotta be perfect.
And we're gonna do some giveaways too, man. So
And we're gonna do some giveaways.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully we sell more than we give away.
that's true.
That's the goal.
That's true.
All right. So with that being said,
We gotta do the closing,
oh, I
man.
forgot.
Dang,
my
man,
bro, that's-
Can we say something
Bad.
good to
I'm
these
thinking.
people?
I'm thinking about the jambalaya carrot cake I got.
Oh, he ready to go.
That's
ready.
what I'm thinking about. My bad.
He
Go
done-
ahead.
He done got this. His home text a long time ago.
Look at my chops. All right, bro. Go ahead, Dot.
Smile, smile, smile. Hey, I'm Dynasty Bro Dot, and I just want to say, whole lot of choppers on you. Nah, man. I'm gonna keep preaching it. Just work on yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with taking a break and taking time to fix yourself. Sometimes you gotta break yourself down and build yourself back up, and don't let nobody make you feel bad for the energy and the space and the time that you need for yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you're not doing the self-care, you ain't gonna be shit for nobody else. So make sure you good, and then go spread and go give the world back everything that you want and everything that they need, because you done did the duties to work on yourself. So that's my closing, baby.
Go ahead, DJ Avo.
I'm gonna just say a quick message from today and yesterday. Like, man, watch these kids, man. Watch these kids. I was being
Tell your story.
I was being dead serious.
Tell
when
your
I
story.
told y'all I saw the kid walking down the street today. It was wild. Like, I saw him. He was so confident in where he was going, but yet he didn't know where he was going because I asked him. He just told me he didn't know, but he was confident. So I low-key let him walk a little bit further. And then once I realized he gonna keep going, I knocked on his parents' door. Yesterday, there was a whole bunch of kids sitting in front of a pit bull. just sitting in front of it. It was free.
Wow.
They told me the dog was chasing them. And I'm like, why are y'all still here? Man, let's protect these kids, man. That's all. Just let's pay attention to these kids. That's all.
Piece of candy. Piece of candy. That's not funny, man. Avo has a horrible sense of humor.
You said it.
We over here like Vic looks so serious right now.
I feel like I need to switch the beat.
Trying to
up.
think of something, man. I don't got nothing. Hey, make sure you eat your vegetables. I'm about to eat this jambalaya and carrot cake. So
Eat your vegetables.
This nigga said, eat your vegetables and said, I'm about to go eat some jambalaya and some carrot cake.
Some carrot cake.
eat your vegetables, take your vitamins, man. I'm still taking my
Drink
vitamins.
some water.
Drink some
Hey,
water.
dead to this hoodie. When I take this motherfucker off after this episode, it's going in the truck.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is, bro. Bro, I'm gonna record
I ain't
it.
gonna say
Frame
when
it,
it's
bro.
gonna
You can put it
happen.
behind the wall.
You
We
know
need
what
some
I
shit
mean?
behind
That don't
us.
need to go nowhere.
Nigga, we need jerseys to go behind
You're
us.
right.
What we gonna put this?
But Jace can run
Hey.
that in like 3 years, bro. He big.
Bro, when we get done with this, I'm getting on Twitter Live and I'm taking this to my dumpster and we're gonna trash it and we're gonna prepare for new merch.
So disrespectful.
That is, bro. That's like
Is it?
vintage. That's vintage. It's
This
like,
is vintage.
like the
Yeah,
first.
bro. That's the first set,
All
right?
right, look, we getting
Second
long
set?
with it. Hey,
All right,
My guy just want his cake. We getting
I
off.
ain't gonna
Hey,
lie. I'm ready
y'all
to go.
stay
I
up.
ain't even gonna lie to you.
oh my gosh,
Y'all
bro.
stay up. Y'all stay good. Everybody be up. Vic, let's close this out, man. I'm trying to go home.
Can I close
we
it?
got cake.
You know what I'm saying?
Dynasty Bro Dot over
got
there
cake.
with his shirt on.
Can I
we gonna
close
cut
it?
the music.
Wait.
Music is off. Go ahead, Dot.
Can I
Say what you
close
trying
it?
to say.
Turn the light off.
Close it.
Can I close it? You ready?
Turning lights off.
You ready? Whole lot of choppers on your
Man,
ass.
get this out of here, Vic.
We out. Brooke said no. It's all them. I'm out of here.